Here we have the design of a pure projector. Everything in that split, we have two projected elements. Remember, you can always tell that somebody's a projector. First, if you see they have an undefined sacral, that's immediately a clue. And then if you look to see that their throat is either undefined or not connected to a motor, you've got a projector. Here we have mental definition from the head center down to the ajna. And remember, you're always going to have problems with mental pain if you have definition above the throat and then it's cut off at the throat. In other words, if the ajna is connected to the throat, but it has nowhere to go, as in Charles's example, or here, the head center to the ajna, or the head ajna throat and then cut off. Those situations are always putting enormous pressure on the thyroid system, but they're also putting pressure on the pituitary system. And configurations like that, at least statistically what we can see from the medical point of view, is that there is a very, very strong tendency towards both mild and severe migraine as a result of that. People with real headache problems. It is because of the pressure, and the pressure leads to potential dysfunction in terms of the way in which the vision works. So that there is a great deal of pressure that's built up there. Now, recognize something very simple. It's very easy to overload the thyroid system. All you have to do is be a verbal gunslinger and constantly be saying to people, tomorrow I'm going to do this, that, or the other. All it takes is to be a verbal gunslinger and you keep on, initiating conversation. At some point or another, your throat system is simply going to collapse, period. So that's the first thing to recognize. The thyroid can be overwhelmed by you not living out your nature because you put enormous pressure on it when it's not designed to handle it. You cannot put pressure on the thyroid to act as if it's connected to a motor when it isn't. I've seen so many people that I've met over the years who have that kind of gunslinger situation with the throat, and they've had their thyroid removed. They've had all kinds of thyroid-related difficulties and problems and so forth. So very important to see that the thyroid can really be destabilized and how essential it is that one recognizes that mind does not have inner authority. And again, if I dressed in white robes and I told you that, it would be nice philosophy. But it doesn't mean it would be easy to accept. Mind does not have inner authority. But you can only know that by living out the experiment of your own type. You can't take that as gospel. You can't believe that because mind, after all, is the creator of the Maya. It's like telling the designer that